Good morning. This is a just a little video that I'm making for my 7th grade class. That was it was virtual yesterday, and just in case for those who missed it, or for those who were sleeping during it, because you all look pretty tired to me. I just want to review really quickly what we talked about. The next element of music that we're looking at is rhythm. And rhythm is actually duration of note values. And that's what creates rhythm, the duration or the length of notes. So, for instance, this is old school now. How about that? We have a whole note. This is a whole note, this round guy right here, this round note. I'm sure that you guys have done this before. That's a whole note, and it's worth 4 beats. Every one of these note values has a corresponding value of silence, which is called a rest. This is a whole rest right here. It hangs down from the line. Looks like that. That means 4 beats or 4 pulses of silence. Now remember, we talked about our pulses. Our pulse, like in 4/4 time. We've divided the music up. We've organized our music and organized the pulses of the music into measures of like we've decided 4/4 times. So we're going to have 4 pulses per measure. And so that whole note's going to take up all 4 of those pulses. Okay? Now, here we have, this is a half note. The clear one with the stem. That gets 2 beats. And here that's its corresponding rest or value of silence. Okay, so that's 2 beats of silence. Right there, 2 pulses of silence. It's a half rest and a half note. And we have quarter notes. That's these guys. They're worth 1 beat. The squiggly line is the quarter rest, the corresponding silence. Quarter rest. So it's quarter note, quarter rest, quarter note, quarter rest. They're all worth 1 beat or 1 pulsation each. Okay? Now, as we set up our music, here's our time signature of 4/4 time. Each measure that's between the 2 bar lines will have 4 pulses, and any combination of those note values that will equal 4. A whole note that will take up the whole measure. You could have 2 half notes. It's 2 and 2. 2 and 2 is 4. I hope. 4 quarter notes right here, which would be 4 pulses. Or any combination of these. You could have a half note and 2 quarter notes. 2 quarter notes and a half note. And we haven't gotten to eighth notes yet. We'll talk about that's a whole nother thing. So we're going to talk about that later. So right now, what I'd like you to do is draw 8 bar lines. And between each bar line, come up with a value of 4 in any combination of these notes. Kind of limited because it's, we haven't really gotten too far with it, but it's very simple. And I'm trying to keep it really simple for you. But just come out with some different note values. Okay, so you could different combinations. You could have a half note and a half rest, a half note and 2 quarter notes. You could have a quarter note, a quarter rest, and a half note. That sort of thing. Any combination of those that's going to come up to 4. Alrighty? So that'll kind of get us started with rhythms. Then we'll talk about subdivision, which is dividing the beat into 2 parts. That's a different discussion, and I don't want to get too far ahead with that. This is very simple. I want to keep it really simple for right now, okay? Because at some point I'm going to have you write write some music, towards the end of the term, after we talk about pitches and different notes. And rhythms, that's a big part of it. That's one that I felt like a lot of people really didn't understand. So that's why I'm really, concentrating on that right now. So hope that clears up any misinformation, or if you missed the class, or if you really didn't get what I was talking about, or couldn't see the board, that sort of thing. This is what we're talking about. Note values. Whole notes, half notes, and quarter notes. Alrighty? Hope you guys are all staying well and behaving yourselves. And we'll see you next week.